Welcome everybody, thank you for traveling from afar sometimes to be here for this meeting. Let me just say that the Swains project is designed to support the ECOWAS integrated maritime strategy. One of the key components, one of the key pillars of that strategy are the maritime institutions that are collectively known as the Yunda architecture. Developing a manual of procedures that assists the heads, the directors in running their centers is one of the key items that is listed in our project document. And hence work first commenced in 2020, a long time ago. We had a number of interruptions and a big hiatus with the departure of people and the coming of new ones. But efforts to formulate this document were revived last year. And I think rapid progress has been made by our consultants, our team of consultants, some of whom are with us today, but also by the technical assistance team, and I would like to particularly commend the work of my colleague, Commander Roy Amado, with the full cooperation and the good partnership of the ECOWAS Maritime Cell. And again, with a particular thanks and mention to Captain Tukur Mohammed, who's been involved in this right from the start. At the behest of the previous director of CRESMAO, we also included, or we asked the consultants to divide the manual into two sections. One is for standard operation procedures for operational matters, and the other for administrative matters. So there are two sets of SOPs. We now have to really push forward because the document is complete. It was accepted last year when we sat not far from here and we went through it. It was a detailed and painstaking activity. A lot of work has been done since and we are close to completion. So I really hope that with these collective efforts by all of us today, we will be able to get a complete document for promulgation. With that, I wish us all very good proceedings. Thank you.
Thank you, Tukur. The Commissioner Political Affairs, Peace and Security, ably represented by the Head of the Regional Security Division, Dr. Abdurrahman Dieng, the Head of SWAMS, Dr. Axel Klein, the Head of the Consulting Team, my boss, Reverend Lawa. Good morning. I'm pleased to welcome you all to this workshop for the adoption and promulgation of the Manual of Procedures, Standard Operating Procedures for ECOWAS Maritime Centers. As you all know, achieving organizational efficiency requires the promulgation of unified guidelines and regulations for proper administration and functional conduct of activities. This brings me to the very essence of the Manual of Procedures and Standard Operating Procedures for which we are gathered to adopt its reviewed version. This will provide the much needed guidance to ECOWAS Maritime Centers to better function in unison when conducting administrative and operational activities. Permit me to take you all a bit back to memory lane, which should be especially useful for those of us that have joined the team newly to understand where we are coming from and heading to. I would like to recall the very essence for the creation of various maritime centers in West Africa, which are mandated to conduct operational activities to boost information sharing and coordination of the operational functions of state action at sea. These are executed independently or collectively to curb maritime insecurities and other illegalities inimical to economic growth and progress in the region. However, the centers since inception have been operating under varied regimes of regulatory guidelines in the performance of their maritime administration, security, safety, and other related functions. Thus, the initiative by the Department of Political Affairs, Peace and Security to harmonize all various regulations and procedures which were approved in the past at one instance or the other, be it at regional, zonal, and central level, into a common document for ease of reference is laudable. This could not have been achieved without the contributions of the Directorate of Peacekeeping and Regional Security, which oversees the relentless efforts of the Regional Security Division, working tirelessly with its European partners through SWAMs to ensure completion, adoption, and approval of the document.
The team leader of SWAMs, Dr. Axel, the director of CRESMO, Admiral Richard, the Admiral Babalawal, our valuable and very competent consultant since the beginning of our procedures, head of centers EFMG, dear participant, dear colleagues. Allow me to convey the greetings from His Excellency Ambassador Abdel Fattah Musa, the Commissioner Political Affairs, Peace and Security, who would like to be among us, but unfortunately, as you may know, because of other present issues in the region, he was not able to be with us this morning. I want also to convey the greetings from Dr. Sirak Anyaketom, Director of Peacekeeping and Regional Security. I take this opportunity to welcome all of you in this meeting, heading as far from standard operating procedures for ECOWAS Maritime centers. The document will mainly serve as a guideline for administrative and operational activities of our maritime centers. The maritime centers have been developed since 2015 in implementation of our maritime ECOWAS Maritime Integrated Strategy. And after this long time, where we have tried our best to keep in the path that has been determined by our principals, by our head of states, it's time to formalize in a very professional way the way we are operating in terms of administration and also in terms of operation as far as we are talking about activities of our center in order to make our region, our maritime domain, more safe. Allow me not to come back to the objective of the meeting because it has already been addressed by my predecessor, the Director of CRESMO. But I want to take this opportunity to commend the SWAM team for their tireless support for the development of this valuable document. I also thank all those who participated to this effort leading to the development of the manual of procedure. I want to particularly thank Admiral Lawal, who have been during all the process with us, providing us with all the expertise he gathered during his very brilliant career. So we are happy to have you among us. I have no doubt that at the end of the 2 days of deliberation, the outcome of this meeting will be of high standard. On this note, I wish you happy deliberation and declare open the workshop for adoption and promulgation for the Manual of Procedures and Standard Operating Procedures for ECOWAS Maritime Center. Thank you for your rapt attention.